what's going on, everybody? I'm Tyler.
And I'm Luke.
And welcome back to Love Live Sunshine, Season 2 episode discussions. This time for episode 4. Yeah, 4.
Episode
okay.
4.
So, the long-awaited Daya episode.
I was so excited when we got to see it was going to be a Daya episode last week. Because she was
Me
really
too.
like the last character that didn't, Kanan didn't get a lot of character. Huh?
I'm sorry, we're about to say the last character that didn't get an episode?
Yeah. And I felt like that Kanan got an episode. She didn't get a lot of characterization. But Daya was the last one to really not have an episode about her. Like, she had always been there being a supporting character. Oh, I don't want to say supporting character. That feels dirty saying that about a Love Live girl.
I don't heck with people who think that Ruby's episode with Hanamaru was shared. I'm waiting for the official Ruby episode.
Yeah, I want a Ruby
it's
episode.
Coming.
I feel like we got a lot about Ruby there, but we didn't get like her episode, I was kind of hoping this season we would get a Daya Ruby episode, but you take those L's.
We might get one. I mean, there's still time.
Yeah.
I thought it was really great. I didn't bring up this conversation topic with you on purpose. It's at the very end, so I mean, we'll talk about it in a little bit because I wanted the reactions to be genuine and live. So full disclosure, we didn't discuss this episode at all. So there's that. So
yeah, we don't. We don't even watch them together. We hate each other.
Yeah, especially because I was home this weekend and I wasn't there for recording. But anyway, yeah. So I mean, the general gist of this episode is Daya is a little salty because they all the other years, everybody except the third years, are calling Mari and Kanan Chan. They're addressing them with Chan, and she's super jelly. She's like, "Hey, wait a minute! I want to be friends with everybody. How come you're not my friends?"
It was so good.
I really like the whole dynamic of like Daya just trying to be genuine, like, wow, nice weather we're having, and Chica's like, she's pissed. She's so mad.
That smile, she's so pissed right now.
Yeah.
God, that episode, it was so good just like seeing this awkward side of Daya that we knew existed, but we didn't really like
just like the total like dork side of Daya coming out.
Yeah, we saw it like very early in season 1 of Sunshine, and we've seen it spattered here and there, but like it was really nice to see it just the entire episode to confirm to us like, yeah, this is how she is.
Yeah, it was really great. I'm a little confused about the ending, but again, we'll get there.
I feel like someone like Daya, a lot of the stuff that was happening can like really easily relate to people, and that's where I think Sunrise does such a great job. Sunrise Lantis, everybody does such a great job of like making these characters because they feel like a lot of their issues are super relatable between each other. Like Daya's issue of like her being awkward and like wanting to have these new friends, but she's just not sure how to go about it. It's super relatable.
I know what you mean. Yeah, the whole kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Like,
how do you approach people for the first time, even though you've been around them for so long?
I know, yeah. It's especially like those people that like you want to get close with, but you're not exactly sure how to go about it. It's totally relatable.
And it's usually like friends of a friend, So like you've spent a lot of time with them, but you don't really like know how to, what they are to you.
Yeah. So there was this really interesting like kind of dynamic this episode. Like it was Daya kind of realizing not necessarily her mistakes, because your personality isn't necessarily a mistake. It's just kind of like going through and like all the times like she realized like, wait a minute, you can't be friends with people if you yell at them constantly.
Yeah.
Weird.
She broke out of her little social awkwardness a little bit.
I do like that. I think it's kind of funny how basically just the whole premise was like just Daya being like, wait a minute, I've been a little mean. Like that.
I was really, if there's one thing I was disappointed by this episode, I think this is arguably my favorite episode of the season, this one or the first episode, just because like this episode was super fun, it was really enjoyable, and seeing more of Daya is always fun, a character that you haven't seen a lot of. But I was really disappointed when Mari was like watering the penguins. How she didn't call Daya a penguin or call anybody refer to Daya as a penguin at all, because that's in one of the drama scenes. And I was real sad.
One of the captions of that picture was like Mari watering her Dayas.
Yeah,
or something like that. That was pretty great.
And just like all the scenes with the girls, with the animals, Rico had the high ground. Don't do it. Don't do it, Anakin.
No, but we mentioned this. You mentioned this. You were like, yeah, imagine we get an episode where they work at the aquarium, and it's like, what do? They work at the aquarium. That's what they do.
I'm not gonna. I got a little hyped when they started working at the aquarium because I was like,
did you think that maybe we were gonna see a accordion?
I don't want to laugh too loud, but no, like in the back of my mind, I was like, that'd be cool if we got aquarium. And then like I thought about where the episode's going. I was like, the episode is not going in a direction where like the aquarium PV or like the song itself fits into anything.
Hey, it's me, yo, I miss you. That's not what's happening.
Daya aquarium. Another small thing that I was like disappointed by is at during the ED they have like the different girl, like saying good, like waving,
and then it was
wasn't
yo
Daya.
at the end.
I was so pissed.
This is the true aquarium episode.
Furious. I was furious.
It was so weird. I remember she got out and like I don't like know the character designs like 100%. I mean like obvious things like Mari has like the blue jacket and Hanamaru always wears leggings, but I saw the legs and I was like, those aren't Daya's legs. And then it was yellow. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
And also the Daya version of the ED was really good.
Yeah, it's like technically like an unofficial solo mix.
Kinda. Yeah, we keep talking about like this being how the year of Daya. Maybe still not the best singer in the group, but the amount of improvement she's gone through this year, and that's just like further pushes it. That solo was really good. That mix of that was super good.
I think it's the year of the Kurosawa sisters, but Ruby hasn't. We still got more year. Don't worry. So no, I like. I like the lack of control happening in the entire episode where everyone is just being an idiot in a different place.
Yeah.
Like Hanamaru and Chica were like, I used the whole thing of detergent so we got them clean faster. And Chica's like, wow, you're a genius.
That was so good. I lost it at that one. That you don't get me to laugh out loud very much to stuff like that. But man, whew, that was good. There's some really like cash moments. There was Yoshiko's part when she's dressed up in her outfit, handing out the feathers to everybody, and all the feathers go flying away at the flea market, and Mari lifting a bronze statue of herself. We were thinking Kanon was strong in a couple episodes ago when she lifted up Mari, but no, Mari's the incredible She-Hulk.
Mari is in fact like the strongest.
Also, not only did she like lift it up, but do you really think Mari would sell that to somebody? Like how many millions of dollars would they have to offer to get that from her? Also, who would buy that? Also, the secondary question, who would buy that? Actually, we're all Love Live fans. We'd all buy it.
Yeah. I really like the scene where all the kindergartners are just running wild, and one like taps Yoshiko from behind, and she's like, "What?" and turns around, and the kindergartner starts crying, and then it like pans out, and Ruby's crying too, and it's like, "No, what are you doing?"
She's crying with her, dude. She feels her fear. No, that's why I love this episode so much. There's so many good little gags throughout it. It was super enjoyable.
I really do want to talk about the ending though, because like I've been sitting on this question all weekend, right? I guess since Saturday, and it's kind of weird. So this whole episode, right, was everyone please call me Chan. That's like the theme of the episode, right? Like I want to be your friend. I'm Daya, right? And then we get to the end, and then Chica has her little monologue with Daya. That's like, you're great because you put us in line. Like that's your thing. Don't change your personality too much for us. And I thought that was kind of neat how it's kind of like the opposite of what happened in SIP. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So I thought that was neat. But then, so I was like, okay, I guess they're going to call her Daya-san all along. Okay. And then they were like, but you want to be called Chan, don't you? And then she did like her little mole touchy thing where she's like, Bitsumi, I don't care. And then, like they start laughing. So I was like, so is she Chan or San now? I don't know. I don't know the answer to this.
Well, they say Daya-chan at the end.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's like a one-time thing. I mean, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Like, I feel like this question will be answered like within a week. But
and I thought that part at the end was like super, like it was touching. It was really nice to see them like explain to her like, yeah, you're Chica's the leader, but you're the boss.
Mm-hmm. It was really nice to just like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love the show, but like most of the time it's really predictable. Like, of course they're gonna get to the school on time. Mm-hmm. Of course they're gonna like win the preliminaries because like there would be no show without it. But like it really caught me off guard when they were like, no Chan because you're the boss, like kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm sure like maybe they'll refer to her differently depending on where they're at. Like maybe if they're just casually hanging out, they'll call her Chan. Maybe if they're doing stuff like working out, and they call her senpai and san because they like respect her a lot, and I really like that.
Yeah, or it's like law in Japan. You'll get like murdered, honor
Yeah,
killed.
yeah.
In Japan for
You'll have to
nothing.
commit Sudoku.
We didn't talk about the flea market at all. What was
We
the
talked
little
about the flea market
penguin?
a little bit.
Yeah, for like a
Yeah.
second, but like the kid wanted the penguin. She's like, "All I have is 5 yen," and then
All
at the end,
I
they're
have
like,
is
"Oh, yeah,
all I have
we
is 5
doubled.
love gems.
Yeah, we doubled our savings. Now we have 10 yen." I really like-
Has capitalism gone too far?
Yeah, idols of late capitalism. I really like how they're hammering home the idea of like, "Hey, Mari, help us," and she's like, "No." Like,
We gotta
I,
we gotta figure it out ourselves.
what was our
I-
little snippet of English in this one? Was it a different like what?
It was like sorry or what, or there's something. There's another W. Why? I don't remember. It was good though. I love those small little Mari English.
Yeah, honestly, I said it before, but who would have thought that the best English would have been the ones that are like less than a second long? Come on.
Yeah, like and they sound really good. Like the English when it's mixed in with the Japanese, in a sentence, sounds a lot more Englishy. But like just the short little one word just out
What?
of nowhere's what?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's really good.
good episode.
Man.
One of my favorites. Can't wait for the next one.
I can't
Dog.
keep saying that anymore because every time I get to an episode, it's like the show is only getting better. Like I'm just gonna say that every episode is my favorite episode until we like get to the end.
I didn't say my favorite. I said one of my favorites. They can all be one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Think about
one
it
of my
like that.
favorites, the entirety of season 2.
Yeah.
I did want to say
all of
though,
Love Live Girls are one of my favorites. Think
I
about
did
that.
want to say like Daya, like the one thing keeping Daya. I always mention like how she's one of my least favorites, but right after that I always say, but I love them all. The big thing that has always been keeping Daya towards the bottom of my tier list, despite her voice being fantastic, especially recently, is I don't like. I'm not on board with her character almost ever. Like it's just someone I'd like never want to hang out with. Like I know obviously she's incredibly important to the group and everything, but even in this episode, like I felt my inner Daya fan coming out. Like I really gained like a lot of respect for Daya after this episode, and I'm really happy. Like I know there's people out there, they probably don't listen to our podcast because but like the people I'm talking about that really only know the anime, you know what I'm talking about, and I feel like this is a really good thing for them too. If they were like if I was in my position right now and I just didn't like Daya at all and I didn't really explore the discography very deeply, I would have been like, oh, Daya, whatever, I hate her, she's a stupid character. But then
No,
this
I
episode
agree.
would have and then this episode would have came out and I've been like, oh, she's not that bad, if they don't have any like discography experience.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad for the anime only people now. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, Daya earlier in this year was like pretty concretely my least favorite girl, and then just over the year, not only because of and it had nothing to do with her character, how she rose up, but like just a great singing year, and then this episode's super good, and I've liked her character in the 3 episodes beforehand, so I've really enjoyed this year of Daya.
I am really loving her like softer side kind of thing.
Mhm.
I'm liking how she's a little bit less rigid now.
Yeah.
New tier list incoming, maybe?
Yeah. At the end of the season, we'll go over them.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. All right. Well, I'm really looking forward to next week's. What's the next episode? We
Dog.
get a dog. Yeah, there it is.
Yoho Rico, it's back. Ships.
Stop. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.